butter go crazy.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy T, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And tonight's live is going to be on 12 week 14, guys, that you should be adding off waivers. Now, listen, this is early waivers, guys. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. So, guys, hopefully you did really well this week. It was a great game tonight. Green Bay pulled it off. Jordan Love had a phenomenal game. Hopefully Christian Watson will be okay. And it was a lot of surprising games that I saw out through the week. I liked a lot of I liked the Carolina game. I saw a lot of surprising players that I think we can pick up off of that team that looks good since the coach got fired. So with no further ado, guys, let's get going. I'm gonna break down 12 guys that you should be picking up off waivers for week 14. So the first guy I believe that you should be picking up, guys, is Ezekiel Elliott. Now, listen, I don't know if Ramondre Stevenson is going to be out for a long time, but I believe that Ezekiel Elliott still is a good running back to be targeting on your waivers. So as we get closer to Tuesday, we'll know what priority he's going to be. If he's going to be like the number one running back being picked up, or maybe the number 3 or 4 running back. But right now, Ramondre Stevenson got hurt and he was out for the game. So I like Ezekiel Elliott as a pickup. Next, it's a quarterback. I know a lot of you are streaming quarterbacks. Guys are going down. Tim Borrell's not good. So some of you might have to go to the waivers and super flex leagues for quarterbacks. And one guy that I like is Joe Flacco. He looked really good for the Cleveland Browns. He was throwing the ball downfield. He was targeting Amari Cooper. He was targeting some of their weapons who haven't been getting targeted since Deshaun Watson went out. So, guys, I like Joe Flacco. You can pick him up and stream him in a super flex league for your fantasy football playoffs. He's not really a star for you in a one quarterback league, but who knows, right? We don't know what type of situation you're in. Going on to the next guy is Noah Brown. Tank Dell, guys, broke his fibula. He's going to be out for at least 4 weeks. So Noah Brown is going to be a guy that's going to be stepping up. And last time Noah Brown played, he was a top 5 wide receiver. So Noah Brown is a guy that can play. Now listen, C.J. Stroud can make any guy a number 1 wide receiver. He did it for Tank Dell. He did it for Nico Collins. And he did it for Noah Brown as a top 5 guy. So you can pick up Noah Brown and feel comfortable about playing him. Moving on to the next guy, guys. It's Quentin Johnson. Now, listen, we've been very disappointed at what Quentin Johnson has been doing with being a first-round pick. He's not been doing good, but this week he had a decent game. He's getting better. Sometimes you got to be a little bit more patient with guys. So, guys, pick up Quentin Johnson and stash him, and who knows what you can do with him going into your fantasy football playoffs, right? These are for guys who's trying to win your fantasy football playoffs. And if you need to win next week to make it to your fantasy football playoffs, you need a flex play because you don't have anybody else, Quentin Johnson could be a guy that you could possibly start. I'm not telling you to start him, but it's possible. We don't know what type of situation that we are in. All right, moving on to the next guy. And this guy I've been on for the last couple of weeks is Jonathan Mingo from the Carolina Panthers. Listen, guys, he is the starting wide receiver, and they're giving him every opportunity to boom. The reason why they're giving him an opportunity to boom because they need to find out what he is. They fired their coaches, so before they go and start drafting a lot of guys, they want to see what they got in the kitchen, right? What kind of groceries they got before they go buy new groceries. And Jonathan Mingo looked good. So I think you can pick him up and play him as a wide receiver 3. Moving on to my next guy that I like is Kenneth Gainwell. DeAndre Swift is hurt. He didn't play that much, and he also left the game at the end of the game with an injury. I don't know if it's severe. I don't think it's severe or anything. He didn't get caught it off, but he didn't really get that many snaps. Kenneth Gainwell got a lot of snaps. He got like 60% of the snaps. So Kenneth Gainwell is the guy that you should be stashing. We all know that DeAndre Swift is very, very volatile. So I like picking up Kenneth Gainwell. Moving on to the next guy, Brian Robinson, guys, had a hamstring injury, and Antonio Gibson came in the game and looked good and caught about 4 or 5 balls. So you can pick up Antonio Gibson and play him as an RB3 or a flex play. He's catching a lot of passes, especially in PPR leagues. Moving on, guys, to my next guy is Chuba Hubbard. He is the number 1 running back that you can trust. God, he had an amazing game today. Miles Sanders is a guy that I told nobody to draft. I said, man, I don't want Miles Sanders. Everybody, I like Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders this, Miles Sanders that. Miles Sanders is not a running back that I feel like should be a bell cow in this league. So I like Chuba Hubbard. Pick him up. He should be on your waivers. People got off of Chuba, so pick up Chuba Hubbard. Next guy, this guy hasn't played this week yet, but I still think he's a pickup, is Dearness Johnson. Yes, guys, Dearness Johnson. The reason why I like Dearness Johnson is because Travis Etienne has been having nagging injuries, kind of like DeAndre Swift. I think you can see the same type of snap happened to that's going to happen with Travis Etienne, where him getting limited snaps that you saw with DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift didn't get a lot of snaps. The reason why DeAndre Swift didn't get a lot of snaps because he had nagging injuries all week in practice. So that's why I like Dearness Johnson. So stash Dearness Johnson, pick him up off your waivers, even though he hasn't played yet. These are early waivers. Next is Tyjae Spears. Now, anything below the head, I would say King Henry going to play. But when it comes to a concussion, there's nothing he can do. He's probably going to have to miss at least 1 week. Now, I've seen guys come back, but who knows, right? So if he missed 1 week, I believe Tyjae Spears could be a top 12 running back. I said what I said. Tyjae Spears could be a top 12 running back. So pick him up. If King Henry is out, Tyjae Spears is probably going to be the number 1 waiver ad of everybody, even over Ezekiel Elliott if Ramondre Stevenson is out. So I love Tyjae Spears, but we got to wait and see a little bit closer to Tuesday. And 2 more guys. The next is Elijah Moore. And the reason why I want to talk about Elijah Moore is Joe Flacco is going to be the quarterback there. And he's always hyper target Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore was a top 5 wide receiver with the Jets when Joe Flacco was the quarterback there. So I like Elijah Moore. You can pick him up and play him in some leagues. He's not on a lot of people waivers, but he's on some teams, some leagues waivers. And last but not least, guys, is Roschon Johnson from the Chicago Bears. I like Roschon Johnson. He missed his opportunity early in the season when he could have took over this backfield. But now it seems with the injuries to Khalil Herbert and Deontay Foreman, he has another chance, and I would rather play him than any other running back in this backfield. He runs hard and he catches passes. So, guys, those are my 12 guys. Let's see. I'm going to go. I got a couple comments, and then I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate everybody who's in here. What's going on? Jake said, bro, when JJ comes back, I'm going to have issues. Play Mike Evans in the Superflex over Howell for Week 15 championship, or play Howell. I have St. Brown as my wide receiver 2, JJ as wide receiver 1. I just can't bench Mike Evans. No, you can't bench. Don't bench Mike Evans. So, I don't know the rest of your lineup, bro, but you can't bench Mike Evans. I would, if you got to put Mike Evans in your Superflex over Howell, do it. But I don't know your scoring system. Sometimes, man, you can't bench a quarterback. So I don't know what you got for your wide receiver 3s or your RB2s. or your RB flex plays, you got to try to get Sam Howell in there, man. No matter what the matchup, Sam Howell's throwing about 40 times a game, so that's kind of hard to bench him in a super flex league. You definitely can't bench Sam Howell or Mike Evans. So you're going to have to try to get both of those guys in there. If you got a super team, then you might have to bench Howell just to get Mike Evans in there. I understand that. But I wouldn't bench Sam Howell. What's going on, Charlene? This is good evening. Yes, sir. Jake says quarterback TDs is 4 points, bro. Wide receiver 6 points for touchdowns and 4 PPR. Right. But I don't know how many points you're getting for yardage and big plays, right? Sometimes people get for 30-yard touchdowns, you get like 2 or 3 point bonus. Sometimes you get points for first downs. Sometimes you get the added 300-yard bonus, which is like 3 to 4 points. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you to bench Mike Evans, but I would tell you in a super flex league, just depending on your scoring system, outside of the 4 points per touchdown, it just depends. So for what the information you're giving me, bro, I would try to get both of them in there. All right, guys. So thank y'all, everybody that's sitting around watching the live. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Hopefully, these 12 guys can get you ahead of the curve. I wanted to do this video late night, and that way y'all can go ahead and have an idea of who you're gonna pick up off waivers and start making moves and getting your teams ready. Charlie said Dale gave me a fat 0. That's okay. I still have the highest points in my league this week too. I'm 11-2 now. Yep. That's why I'm not afraid to play, guys. One dud ain't gonna kill you when you're trying to play your best guys. Injuries happens. I don't even brag over injuries. I had Christian Watson. He looks like he was about to have a breakout, and he might be out for the rest of the season. I'm okay with that. That's just how fantasy football goes. You got to play your studs, and you got to keep evolving. But yeah, Charlene, I know you've been killing it all year. Pass interference picked up. Okay, I picked up Elijah Moore. Right. That's a good pickup because Joe Flacco looks good with him. Joe Flacco's going to be the quarterback the rest of the season. DTR ain't coming back in there, or PJ Walker. Zach says A-Chain ain't must start every week now. Yes, he is. He's ready to go now. That's all you needed to see. You need to see him make it through a game, and he did. So he's a full go now. Start A-Chain the rest of the season. Yup. All right, guys. Well, y'all be safe. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Okay, turn me up. They don't wanna smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business, ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit, okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy, I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Fresh to death on camera.